Jury sent a note saying that they had reached a partial verdict in the Sean Diddy Combs RICO sex trafficking case. We're not quite sure what's been happening the last couple of minutes because we've been out here trying to get the word out, but we'll find out and we'll get back to you with more as this story develops. But I'm going to send it back to the studio to Bianca and Natasha right now. Back to you guys.
All right, thank you so much for that. As Lisa Evers on the ground outside of this courthouse right now as they're continuing to learn what this exactly means. We do have multiple angles of this scene there as a partial verdict has been reached. Let's bring to the conversation right now, friend of the program, former federal prosecutor Nima Rahmani. Nima, thank you so much for.
So, guys, welcome to the show. Welcome to the show. Listen. Welcome. This is Vince. I am one of your co-hosts for HBCU Original. This is just HBCU Talk. Today, we are just chiming in on, the elephant in the room. Hey, look, Sean Puffy Combs. Guys be popping on in and out throughout the day. But listen, we wanted just to get your input, your thoughts about it. What are your thoughts? What are your thoughts? Chime in. Put your information in the contact. Let us know what you think. First of all, let me say that, I think that overall, bringing in his, personal life into a criminal element, I think we're, at different crossroads. Like I said, I wasn't there. I don't know what happened, whether it's, but they're painting him to be, what they consider like, a drug dealer of sexual crimes. Was he on the level of Epstein or with the islands and all of that? I have no clue. Only that man knows, and only that man can tell you. But from a personal standpoint, I do think that, the evidence will, show if he was or he wasn't, And so that's the bottom line, And they are live right now. So I guess they're waiting for the final verdict to come back. And
guilty on the least serious charges, counts 3 and 5, prostitution, also called the Mann Act. We have not guilty on sex trafficking, counts 2 and 4, in which case this entire trial is going to come down to racketeering. Either the jurors will get it together and they'll reach a verdict, in which case it'll completely make or break this trial. If the government gets racketeering and prostitution, I think they'll consider that a win. Combs will likely get double-digit years in federal prison. If they get not guilty on racketeering and sex trafficking and just prostitution, we're looking at little to no time, maybe even time served. So that top count is going to be everything. The judge read an instruction, told them to continue deliberating. Hasn't read that Allen charge yet. We know what that is. But I think we'll see today and potentially tomorrow. It's going to decide Combs' future.
Yeah, that is a very good way to explain it, because the RICO, the top charge in this, is so very important. And you kind of dissected the partial jury verdict. We'll see if it is that split verdict, as you mentioned. Let's get into the Allen charge, because the prosecution pushing for this, to trying to find a consensus. How often does that happen in a courtroom?
It's very common. Before a judge instructs a jury and discharges them, they give one last effort. And this is a famous Supreme Court case, aptly called Allen. And there's an instruction that, tells jurors of their duty to deliberate, to keep an open mind, to listen to their fellow jurors, hoping that continued deliberations will reach a verdict. Because if the jury mistrials on count 1, then potentially the government can go through this whole process all over and just charge Combs with racketeering. And obviously, that's not going to be a good use of anyone's time. If the jurors, with a few more hours or even a day or two, can get a verdict on that top count, that's going to be in everyone's best interest. But of course, the defense prefers a mistrial and not guilty on sex trafficking, hoping the government won't retry this case.
Well, you heard what they said.
And I want to ask you, because if they push them back to deliberate,
some of the actual charges, what they're trying to get them on, and like you said, they throw out or they say not guilty on some of these other. It's going to be very hard to convict them, I believe, on the federal charge. If they can't get conviction on smaller charges, I don't believe they'd be able to get conviction on the larger charges. So, like racketeering and all that, I don't know. I do see that he may have been a little bit more permissive. Some might call it freaky in a way. But as far as the criminal side, I haven't really seen that yet. I mean, besides the incident where him and Cassie were fighting, and it looks like she participated. Shoot, more than him. In fact, some may say she was the leader. Hey, some might say she's the leader, some may say not. But what I'm saying, though, definitely, it looks like, this case is really going to be thrown out, I'll be honestly. So, what are your thoughts? Hey, listen, we got none other than Robert J. Moore. Listen, if you haven't seen the play, it's in well, Rob, go ahead and tell me about it. You were. They know who you were.
Hey, what's going on, man? What's going on, everybody? How y'all doing, man? Vince, what's good with you? HBCU Original.
Hey.
How y'all doing, man?
Man, we just I believe some of the charges have just came back, and I believe they're not guilty on the lesser charges. So we're just going over, listening to what the they have live footage right there. What they're saying,
Yeah, I ain't hear nothing about it. What's going on? Talk to me. What's happening?
We press.
right, no matter how long that goes, if it's just a few hours,
So they're talking
days,
about pretty much.
can they
if they
can they talk about the other charges, or those now counts 2, 3, 4, and 5? Are they off the table completely?
Yeah.
They're not. The judge is going to take one verdict form completed. He's not going to take a partial verdict. They're not going to come and say, okay, well, we're guilty of prostitution or not guilty. It's really an all or nothing situation. Now, of course, the jurors can say, we are hopelessly deadlocked on count 1, but we have reached a verdict on counts 2 through 4, in which case the judge will take that verdict. And potentially the judge, it's certainly within his discretion. He can even dismiss count 1. We know that Rule 29 motion is still pending. The judge was going to wait until after the jurors returned a verdict. That's, of course, the motion for acquittal that the defense made. So that's certainly possible as well. But I think what would likely happen is if we do still have that split verdict going tomorrow, the jurors can't make a decision on count 1. We'll have a mistrial on count 1. Prosecution can retry the case. They may choose not to. And Combs would be sentenced, or at least held in the meantime.
Oh, you press pause. So you're telling me that even if they throw that case out, they can retry this case?
They can retry the case, yeah, because it's not because it's not considered a double jeopardy charge. You can't be. It's so crazy, man. With this federal stuff, man, it's different. The feds can do what they really want to do, man. For real. It seems like they can do whatever they want to do. My take on all of this is that he's going to be found not guilty.
Oh yeah, definitely.
He's going to be found not guilty, and he's going to be his attorneys is going to say, listen, y'all need to release out my client. But what they're going to say is they're going to try to retry it. Then they're going to say they want to hold him in jail because they feel as though that he's going to be a flight risk. Now, I don't think that that's cool. I don't think that that's going to be what it should be. Ultimately, Vince, that's going to be up to that judge, what that judge is going to say, and that's basically what they're saying. That judge, right now, because it's they don't. It's all or nothing. They can't be part of it. They can't. You know what I mean? It can't be part of the whole thing. It has to be all, and that's one of the benefits of him doing a whole getting a jury trial like that, because you have to convince all 12 of those people that he did all of this stuff, and that's not going to happen. I just don't believe that.
From what I read, though, yeah, these federal charges are bogus.
Yeah.
yeah, the man might be a little bit freakish. He might be a little bit promiscuous. But that's not a crime.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying, man. That's what I'm saying, man.
It seemed like he went through regular relationship stuff. They ain't always fighting. Sometimes you get carried. You get carried away. One thing leads to the other.
But my whole thing also with this stuff is, man, just think about this, man. You know, you can't even have a relationship with a female outside of your state and fly this female to a state where you living at.
Wait. Say that again. Wait, hold on. Say that again. You said what?
You can't even be in a relationship with another woman or another man, and you fly your person out who you with to where you are without it being considered sex trafficking. That's what that man was doing.
Oh.
He was flying people out. Cassie was calling them. Whoever else was calling them, making plans. You in a relationship, we in a relationship. This is what we like to do. And that's what we were doing. That means, because if you look at the term sex trafficking, if you're paying some sex for people crossing the state lines, I mean, we all sex trafficking that's dealing with people outside of the norm of a different city, a different state. Because once you pay, if I'm coming and we having sex and I'm paying for dinner, you come and you need your hair done, you need any of that stuff done. Right. Isn't that considered me still giving you money for you know what I mean, for whatever's going to be exchanged at the end of the night? That's the thing that I just don't understand. How can you not?
I had girlfriend out of state.
Man, listen. That's what I'm saying, man. It's scary though, man, with all of this. And you know the only reason why they're doing it this way, the only reason why it's really surviving this way, because it's Puffy. That's it. That's it. You know what I mean? That's
what I was saying. I wonder are they attacking, or I don't consider him a leadership, but are they attacking, I guess, or prominent African American males?
I mean, but
they're any kind of way they can.
Yeah, I mean, Puffy,
and whether it's entertainment, politics, sports, tech world, you name
all of it, no matter what it is, bro, no matter what they're doing. If you're a high profile black man, you know what I mean, in the United States of America, they're coming after you. And I'm not going to be surprised if they don't come after Jay-Z next. I'm not going to be surprised. I'm not going to be surprised, because it ain't going to work with Puffy. If Puffy gets sentenced or convicted or anything like that, maybe Puffy will get. I can't see Puffy getting no more than 5 years in jail. And if he do get sentenced, man, I think that he's going to get time served, and then he'll get not all of the full. He'll get a couple years in jail. You know what I mean? Because he's going to get this time served. I don't believe that this man is going to do all of this time that people are saying. They have not. Where is the sex trafficking coming from in regards to this case? That's what I'm saying. Like, you know what? I thought when they said sex trafficking, bro, I'm not even gonna lie to you. I thought that this man had little kids.
Yeah, that's what I thought he was doing.
I thought this man had little kids, man. I was gonna be pissed at Puffy. You know what I mean? I was gonna be mad, because this man, you know what I mean, you got your daughters, them twins, you know what I mean? I thought that's what I thought they were saying. I thought this man had twins, like little kids around here. He was going from state to state to state to state, man. You know what I mean? Like, in the
I would have felt more comfortable. They just said he was just prostituting, man.
Yeah, but and then the thing about but the thing about that, even still though, man, they making this whole big fuss about what Puffy doing. Have they even went down to the Bunny Ranch yet? When are we gonna go and investigate the Bunny Ranch? That white man down there is having little 19-year-old, little 17-year-old little kids down there that's in the Bunny Ranch, and that shit is still that's still going on. When is that going to be? I mean, because if we really going for the sex trafficking stuff, you know what I mean, and we're going to what is illegal, and what state is illegal for prostitution? Is it legal?
Nevada?
Yeah,
I think it's Nevada.
Like, why is that legal? Why is that? I just don't understand. Why is that legal?
It shouldn't be. Yo, this country crazy, man.
Crazy, man. You got people that you know, you can legally go. Puffy, you need to go and buy Puffy. If that's what you want to do, bro. If I was you, man, I'll go and buy the biggest ranch, turn it into the biggest freak house in the world, and do what you got to do wherever it's going to be illegal at. If we're legally at, wherever it's legal, go and do it. If that's what you want to do, you can't. How are we mad because this man is a freak?
Right, he's a freak. Yeah. Yo, you know, but and it goes back man, how many people are doing stuff behind closed doors you don't have a
Man.
clue about? Man, please.
Man, it's people so many right now. They got dungeons and
Look, and probably they probably doing things weirder than he was doing.
man, you got people that's pooping on each other, bro.
Yeah. Oh,
I mean,
yeah.
somebody talking about that. Oh, I don't like to get peed on in my mouth. Okay, who wants to get peed on? I mean, people got that, but there's people shitting on people, bro.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Man, come on, man. Come on, man. Come on, man. Come on, man. You know, that shit, that's just crazy, man. But you know what I mean? Like, to each his own, man. To each his own. But I just don't, listen, if they charging that man with that man putting his hands on that woman, okay, I get that. You know what I mean? But that's not no life sentence. That's, you know what I mean? That's just that's a domestic violence case. And that's what they're doing. You know what I mean? Like, that's what you're doing. And you get charged for that. They'll, you get your charges or whatever the case may be. But that's not even
But
doing
that's
no
old,
life
isn't
sentence.
it? Was that video old?
Yeah, that video's old. It's old, and she got paid $30 million.
She got $30 million for that?
$30 million, bro.
Oh,
He
my
paid
goodness.
her the next day. He gave her $30 million, bro.
Damn.
He gave her $30 million the next day.
That's
Now,
crazy, man.
she's not even supposed to, and that's the whole thing. And Puffy, he shouldn't have even been in he shouldn't even been able to be to testify. You understand? Because I know she filed when she signed that you know what I mean that no cause or whatever it was. I don't even think that she should have even been able to testify. But that federal stuff, man, they do whatever they want to do, man. That's just crazy to me.
Hey, listen, guys, if you're tuning in, you check us out. Listen, we're talking about the P. Diddy case today, the trial. Some of the verdicts have been, I'm assuming they're all in. I think 4 out of 5. I guess they're not going to showcase until what the verdict actually is. I guess till what? When do they actually say? Tomorrow?
I mean, if whenever it comes back and it's fully
Yeah.
comes.
They said it came back, but they don't. But the judge said he didn't want a partial.
Yeah, so
So
it ain't come back. So until he ain't gonna take that. But this judge life is based upon all of this stuff too, man. Depending on what you do with this stuff, man.
But we gonna find out before the 4th.
Yeah, it's definitely gonna be that. Yeah.
You think? No.
No, because I was just listening to somebody and they was talking about it because somebody that be actually in the courtroom and they was talking about what it was like in there and they was just kind of saying like, because like you all was saying that they already actually do have like those the 1 through 4. I mean, with the 2 through 5. I mean, they have those verdicts, but but that one is the one is that they undecided on that is that RICO charge.
Yeah, and that's what I'm understand. Oh, you got a RICO charge for what? How is he reckoned for what? Tell me what did he do to get a RICO charge though? For
Let me
what?
help you with that.
Please tell me. Please hurry up and please tell me.
I'm PG and I'm glad to be back. Good to see both
What's
of
up
you.
with you?
Happy Father's Day, belated. So
Sure.
my understanding is that he was transporting women, having women interstate for sexual activities. And somehow
All right,
that's a violation of
all
RICO.
right, so hold up, PJ. So real quick, right there. So that's what sexual the racketeering charge is. So let me give you an example, and then I want you to continue, right? So that's what
Oh,
they
no.
said.
I was finished. Go ahead.
You done? You
I
done?
thought I thought that had to do with, I thought transporting the women interstate somehow interfered with RICO law.
All right, so
Hey, let
stop.
me ask you
All
a
right, so
question right
stop.
quick. Hey, Benson, how many times have you brought your wife from Maryland?
I said for sexual,
so,
Hey,
how many times have you?
hey. You was
you know what?
Answer my question.
He got papers on him
That was
though.
my whole thing. That was my
He
thing
got
that I
papers
wanted to
on him.
ask you. That was my thing that I want to ask you. It's so damn scary, my brother, to be in a relationship with a woman when you're outside of the state and you bring her in. I'm in Georgia. I'm from Philly. If I'm dealing with a woman from Philadelphia and I bring her to Atlanta, that's sex trafficking?
Mm.
You know what?
Because guess
We
what?
should have.
Because guess what? Because guess what's gonna happen?
It depends how
Guess
long.
what's gonna
Hey,
guess
Rob,
what's
let me ask
gonna
you.
happen?
Hey, Rob.
What's
Hey,
up?
Rob, let me ask you a question. If you was in Elton, Maryland, you brought somebody to Newark, Delaware, that's the it's like
Brother, right over the line. That's what I'm saying. You literally right over the line. That's sex trafficking. Because what's gonna happen? Because she wants to get her nails done 9 times out of 10.
Yeah, she
She
won't
wants
get
to get
something
her
to eat.
hair
Yeah.
done. She want to go get something to eat. You know what I mean? And if you got it, and you if you have it, you're gonna make sure that she's taken care of as far as financially. If you have it, that's sex trafficking.
Well,
Because that's
maybe
sex
these
trafficking. Because that's what I
these
just
chicks
did.
ain't getting taken care of. Maybe these
Huh?
chicks ain't getting taken care of. They just, not only is they not getting the meal the way I heard it,
Right.
they is the meal. Like they literally
And-
eating off of them.
And look, these young girls now, they requiring you to pay up front.
They requiring you to do what?
Requiring you to pay up front. Like how much you got? Like how much money?
I don't know. Look, I would never that dude
Hey,
back
man.
then. So
Hey,
that was,
listen, young girl,
I was that dude back then. I ain't gonna be that dude today.
I watched a TikTok back earlier today, and the girl was saying, "Yeah, for you to even talk to me, you gotta give me put $1,000 on my Cash App, and then we can go out."
But
And
bro,
then we
but
still
listen,
go out.
but yeah, I know y'all seriously though. We're joking about it on some real stuff. We're joking about it and we're making light of the situation. But this is a man's life. This is
Yeah,
a
it really
man's
is.
life. This is a man's legacy that has been tormented, has been done. His legacy is completely over, whether he's been convicted of this or not. He's lost so many sponsors. The money that he had, they can want to say that Puffy's worth $700 million or $1 billion or whatever. He was. But think about that. When you were making all that money, but you still had assets, money that was coming in with the vodka and your music and all that stuff. But when you done got all of this stuff that stopped, your bills didn't stop. You still got houses, you still got planes, you got all of these cars, you still got people that's still working for you. Puffy still got people that you still have to pay. This man has lost a lot. His legacy has been tarnished. What is he going to get back as soon as he get out of jail? People's going to be as, oh, he should have been this and he should have been that or whatever the case. What if he get convicted and he get 10 to 15 years, which I don't believe that he will get. But what I'm saying to you is I'm trying to feel what 100%. This is what these Fed, and this is because it's a Fed trial. He has to be convicted of this. Everybody has to say that he's convicted in order for this to stand, and it's not going to happen.
Let me ask you a question: are black men under attack? That me and Rob talked about this a little earlier. Are we under attack? And that goes from
PJ. Go ahead.
That goes from the small.
I think if we rewind,
before you answer, that goes from the small young boy working in a poppy store to the mobile at the top of the food chain.
I'm going to go so far as to say, as men in general are under attack, regardless of color. This culture is anti-men. Go to any courtroom involving domestic issues, men, period, are under attack first. May I rewind a little bit? A little bit earlier, I suspect there was a failure to define what RICO calls racketeering. If we started there, the conversation might have been more comprehensive and more reasonable. RICO defines racketeering in an extremely broad manner and includes many offenses that do not ordinarily violate federal statutes, such as any act or threat involving murder. Now, watch this: kidnapping, ding, 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 gambling, arson, robbery, bribery.
You said arson too? Dang.
Yes, sir. Watch this. Watch this. Robbery. Excuse me. Bribery. Ding, 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 ding. Bribery? Extortion. Ding, 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 ding. And I'm ringing the bell every time an issue comes up that I've heard has been associated with Diddy. Or watch this. Dealing in narcotic or other dangerous drugs. Ding, 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 ding. That's 4 counts that I rang the bell on.
Okay, and I want you to tell me this, right? Out of these 4 counts, you got people that used to work for him that he's not paying no more. You had people that was Cassie called and asked and set up these appointments to go. So he ain't forcing nobody to do nothing. He ain't forced, but this is the whole thing. When you're sitting up, you can do all of that. At what age, at what point are you sitting up here telling me that a grown person, he ain't put ding 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 ding. You keep on saying that he ain't put no gun to him.
Hold
He
on.
never told
Oh,
you that.
hold on.
Nobody ever
Justin
said that.
Bieber wasn't a grown person when he got involved with Diddy.
What is that? What did Justin Bieber say?
What
He
did he
just
say?
I
The
didn't
question
hear
is the issue is, what did he make Justin do?
What did he make Justin do? What did
Oh,
did, did Justin?
you haven't
No,
been
I haven't been.
following the
No, I haven't been
following
following.
the early part of the trial if you don't know.
No, I haven't been. Listen,
So
I'm gonna
so
tell you
explain
this.
to it. I
But,
like I
but
want to know what he
yeah, I
did.
want to know too. I'm gonna tell you this. I'm gonna explain to this, and maybe I'm in the conversation really half-ass, and you know what I mean, and I'm
Yeah.
speaking out of turn. I'm gonna explain this to you. Once they told me, once I heard the charges, right, and I heard Cassie. I only heard Cassie part because that was the major. That was their star witness,
Mm.
Cassie. When Cassie said, and Puffy and them had text messages from Cassie herself saying, I love when we have these freak offs. I love when we have these freak offs. And I am afraid, and why I do what I do with Puffy is because I'm scared that somebody else is going to take my place. When she said that,
Oh wow.
that's her. That's coming from her words. When she said, I am afraid and I enjoy the sex off, freak off, what the fuck are y'all? What are we talking about?
Was
I
she
got a
nice?
question for you. Tell me something. Who was the target of Diddy's punches and kicks in that hallway in that video?
What you mean? Who was the target? She was the only
Now
one
we
there.
had that. Yeah, we had that. We had
Was
to
that
come to the early.
Cassie? Was
Yeah,
that
that was
Cassie?
Cassie. Hmm?
But
Okay.
Benson,
Okay. I
I
just
mean,
want to say Cassie might be operating. There's something called Stockholm syndrome. That's when someone takes someone else captive, and the person who is taken captive begins defending their captor.
The abuser, yeah.
It's a real psychological issue.
They defend their
I'm gonna
abuser,
be
their
honest with you.
oppressor.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm gonna be honest with you. A lot of us blacks do that today with the Democratic Party.
I'm gonna say this, and I'm gonna say this, and I'm gonna let y'all talk, all right? Because it's me personally. I just can't see, and I hear y'all brainwash. Oh, I hear y'all. When Cassie first met Puffy, Puffy signed her to a 10, 10, 10 album deal. She was supposed to make this man 10 albums,
Okay.
right? That's what she was signed to, a 10 album deal. She got into a relationship with him, and that deal was off. She didn't owe him anything. That was over with. It was over. He dropped it. It was over with, right? He introduced this lady to a lifestyle that she would never have been able to get into if she was singing and doing all this stuff because she wasn't that was not her. You understand what I'm saying? She took advantage of a situation. We can say whatever the case may be. You know what I mean? When I was coming up and I was rolling around with Bad Boys when not Bad Boys with Rockefeller when Beanie and all of them just had signed or whatever, right? And when we was in the clubs or whatever, when you in the clubs and you remember back in the day, fake IDs was the shit, right? Fake IDs, girls used to go get fake IDs to be around these stars and all this stuff, knowingly. Fake IDs, they knowingly going to get a fake ID to be around Jay-Z, all of these stars, right? They're going to get all of these, they're getting a fake ID to be around these people. You knowingly go and do this, right? But the man or the people that's the ones that they want to be around, at that back in the day, they ain't checking no IDs. And if they did check the ID, they got a fake ID. So I'm responsible for something that's already a crime on their part because they done got a fake ID to be around us, right? I don't understand why are people not being responsible and being accountable for the decisions that they made. Puffy didn't put no gun to nobody. Did nobody ever say that he put no gun to? If they said that, if somebody said that he put a gun to me and threatened my life or whatever, and I was scared or whatever the case may be, then okay. You know what I mean? But she did that at whatever 19. She was grown. She was 19. She was over 18 years old when she did all of this stuff. She made these decisions. She said that text message was when she was 22, 23 years old when she did that.
I-
So she was already in it. Say it again.
May I remind you of something?
I'm listening.
First of all, it doesn't require a firearm to fit the definition of bribery and what's the other word that was in this list? Come on now, what's the word I'm thinking of?
Well,
It doesn't require a gun to do what you're thinking of.
Mhm.
So you
What's
think
the
money
word?
was the object?
Like, you mean like when Big
You mean
Red
blackmail?
held my man out and
Sorry.
held him out the window and told him what his business hours was? Like he
Yeah.
didn't use a gun, but he
Thank you.
understood. He got
Thank
the
you.
point.
You
Yeah,
think that he was black? I mean that he blackmailed her?
No pun intended.
Is that what you believe?
All I can say is
I can tell you this.
my understanding of the case is that he committed extortion, bribery, and intimidation in a lot of those individuals' lives who are his victims, male and female. And those things easily fit under the RICO law.
So do you think that
Bribery.
these people are committed a crime? You don't think that these people, what about when the people that he's already paid? That the stuff that's gotten out that he's done paid people for, that done bribe him for all of these charges and all the stuff, that the lawyers that has dropped a lot of the cases and all that stuff, are they committing a crime? Are they bribery? Is that a charge against them as well? What about the people that you know what I mean? Because Puppy ain't the one that's going to do all of this stuff. What about is Cassie? Is Cassie going to be charged because she's the one that made these phone calls? Is she going to be charged as well?
I do want to say that
Hey,
I
let me
hear
say
you.
this real quick.
Go ahead, man.
Let me say this real quick. One thing, it's funny because the one thing that y'all talking about is the one charge that they hadn't came up with a verdict at, right? And the way I hear it, that there's two strong opinions. Like the way it's a split like the way the jury is, they really split on it, and they're strong on this side and they're strong on that side, and they really don't want to deal with it. And the fact that they don't want to deal with it, they wanted to, like, for another jury to deal with that particular charge in itself, right?
Yeah.
So even though y'all talking about this RICO charge, that's the one that they're undecided about. That's the one that might need another jury. But regardless of that, there's a verdict on those other four.
Yeah, I think they all not guilty.
So whatever happened, whatever's been, all this other stuff, like, they already made up their mind on these other four. So whatever the charges are and what come with those charges, or if it's guilty or not guilty, like, those decisions has already been made.
Let me ask you a question.
Like I'm saying, so the one y'all talking about, the RICO, so which makes sense. This is what's going on, and this is what's going on in for the jury. Like, Rob's one side and my man PG is one side. On this RICO charge, this is the problem with the RICO, because some people say, yo, he ain't. Some people is quoting exactly what Rob is saying, and the other is quoting what my man's saying, right?
Let me
And that's the one that's undecided.
Let me ask you one question real quick. If we remove money, would we even have this case?
We wouldn't even be here. We wouldn't. You know how many people we would
always time back to the money part.
If we remove money right now, none of this would be even talked about.
That's not true.
PJ wouldn't be.
You want to be real?
He wouldn't be saying any of this at all. None of this.
And you want to be real about it, though. When it come to money, right? See, it depends on whose money, right? Because look, watch this. No, watch this. No. Let me finish. I gotta get the thought out. Look, as I said, it depends on whose money. What's some dudes, Abercrombie and Fitch?
Yeah.
Oh. Look, that's been done and gone. Hey, we ain't even talking about it. We talking about this.
It's over.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, look, and they prove, and they know they did.
Yeah.
Human trafficking.
What happened to them,
Human
man?
trafficking.
Nothing.
This is what I'm saying. Look, see, this is what I'm talking about when I say the money. Look, you thought I was saying something. No, I mean I'm really saying something. Like, but it depends on what kind of money, whose money.
Right.
Because yeah, we talking about money. We talking about that man money. Yeah, okay, whatever. We're gonna take your network. We're gonna take remote.
Any of
our stuff, you know.
Listen,
look. But what you got to go back. What you got to go back to though, right? Look, like about a year or so ago, like a couple years ago, you know, Diddy was pissing off a bunch of folks, right? When he wouldn't, you know, him and you know, the people with some Da1mandeleon, they you know, they was having little business issues, and he was having business issues with some other, you know, people, and was expressing this unfair and wanted to be more, you know, black, this and that, in more ways, and this, and they wasn't liking that.
And guess what?
Okay.
And guess who else? And guess who else did it? Jay-Z did it as well. Jay-Z was fighting the people that he had on that. What's that? Jay-Z alcohol, whatever he had.
Crystal.
That whatever alcohol Jay-Z had, he just
that Aces or whatever, Ace of Spades, whatever.
How much money that Jay-Z just sued them for? And exactly what he's saying, Jay-Z won his case, and that's what Puffy was going to do, bro. That's the whole thing. You know what I mean? And how do you stop somebody that's going to be bigger than what that you want them? You control them by you sending their own peoples at them. They send their own peoples at Puffy.
I want to take
a
poll.
Is, though, like I'm saying, what's done is done, though. Those other verdicts, what's done is done.
Hey, how can we have every participant's name underneath them? I don't see anybody's names.
Hey, Benson, I do that for a reason, to protect you, man. So listen. So listen. Let me ask you a question real quick. You know, man, I need a poll real fast. How many of y'all is freak, man?
Huh?
How many of y'all is freaks?
Freaks?
Did he say? Did he say?
Ding. Hey, ding.
Did you say?
Ding. Hey, hold on, Benson. Ding. Ding.
Ding.
Benson,
what was the question?
How many of us on this line is a freak?
Ding.
Now, PJ, he's gonna be the only one that ain't gonna raise his hand because he's gonna be the only man.
Say they come out at night. If you say they come out at night or something, maybe you gotta.
I plead the fifth. I plead the fifth.
Hold on, man. Hold on a second. Hold on, PJ. What's up?
I plead the fifth.
Oh, exactly. You plead the fifth on this, but you got a lot to say about this man. And
hey,
come on, man.
Hey, you know what? Pleading the fifth is like pleading.
Hey, listen, man. Ain't no man walking.
It's like a plea. Like, hey, you know what? If you rather not say, you'd have said enough.
There's no man walking the planet Earth. The planet Earth.
It's one thing. It's one thing being freaky, and it's another thing dragging somebody else into it.
But I was just answering his question.
Hold on. Let Vince say. Hold on.
You're making yourself look foolish. You can't have. Listen. You make yourself look foolish.
Let me say that again. Dragging underage.
Hold on. Start from the beginning. You said
underage.
You said it's one thing to do what?
Come on,
never mind.
He said dragging underage. Nobody ever said nobody was underage. What are you talking about?
You haven't been following. You haven't been following.
I was being joking with you. I'm saying it's what you saying. Listen, freaky is freaky. No matter what you want to call it, what type of style you want to call it. Every man walking the planet has freaky thoughts. If you ever your level of
hold on for a second.
Are you telling on yourself?
No, I mean, I know for a fact. Listen, they said,
if you ever hear something about
they said, Mandeleon. Listen, they said out in Cleveland. Shit.
Hey, I'm saying you said it like, you know, you said it like, hey man, if you ever hear something about me, you know, I kind of told you. You know, I told you I'd be
in Cincinnati. In Cincinnati.
Hold on, y'all. We can't talk. Everybody can't talk at the same time, yo. We got, you know what I mean? Like we can't, because I can't hear him. You can't.
They said Rob. They said the North Philly. They said, listen. Oh man, the stories.
Listen, I ain't gonna sit up and hold you, bro. I'm not gonna sit up and hold you. One thing. Listen.
They said Benson was. They said that man said he was a mess too, man. That's what they saying. I don't know.
Hey,
I came in on this discussion late. the host that's drinking water right now, I want to know, where does he stand on the Diddy issue? Did he do
Listen,
it?
I'm the host, and we don't do that. We talk to the listen. We let the guests go ahead and speak their mind.
I'm gonna say this, y'all. I'm gonna say this because PJ just said I wasn't paying attention to the trial. I really wasn't, because I don't like the fact that another black man is about to. I can't even say about, another black man has lost. If we think about the music industry, Puffy has touched, and no homo, he has touched so many people in this world in regards to music.
Stop it, man.
He's touched, you know what I mean? He's touched so many. I mean, PJ can do whatever he wants to. What I'm saying to you is, I don't feel as though that if this man has done anything illegal with a young person, I don't agree with any of that. But for an adult, I cannot see an adult allowing you, unless you're held captured in a place where you can't escape. When Cassie was outside going to all of these events and receiving all this luxury stuff and doing all of this stuff, was none of this stuff talked about, right? Cassie has a baby, 2 or 3 of them, with a man she cheated on Puffy with. She cheated. So there's nothing innocent about this woman. She got 3 babies by a man who she cheated on, who Puffy was paying. Wasn't it her trainer?
Yeah, it was.
Yeah. So Puffy was training this man to train Cassie, and he got 3 babies by her. Come on,
Let me ask
man.
you a question. Hey, Benson, do you think that Cassie is innocent?
Of what is the question? Because
Hey,
notice,
Benson, hold on.
notice in this conversation here, the central party, the central party that's under scrutiny is Diddy, and some of you
I didn't give you a question yet, Ben.
are trying to subject into who is guilty. They're not under trial.
Benson, I didn't give you a question. I'm gonna ask you a question.
Yes, you did.
No, I didn't. I said, do you think she's
That's a question.
Innocent? Listen to me. Do you think she's innocent after hearing all that she has said and done?
I didn't hear all that she said. First of all, I didn't hear all that she said and done. Let me say it this way: from what I heard.
Listen, you heard about her when she said she is done. Not what you heard.
From what I've heard, relative to the case, her guiltiness is in some areas that have nothing to do with guiltiness on Diddy's part. In my opinion, the question essentially is changing the subject.
No, I said, is she innocent in a lot of the actions? That's what I'm asking.
Let me say it this way. From what I gather, she is a conspirator on some issues.
Is she willing or not willing participant?
I said conspirator, which is a willing participant.
Is she a willing participant or not participant?
I just said in a number of instances, I see her as a willing participant in some things, and I see her as a victim in others.
Okay.
I'm just being honest.
You know what? I could kind of sum it up though. Y'all, you know, you ever hear that expression when you was a kid, where you get your ass whipped for the old and the new?
Oh yeah.
Right? Sometimes you know, sometimes you get away with some stuff, right? And then but that one time you get caught, like that time they really give you that ass whooping,
it gets caught up with you.
I'm gonna get you for that old stuff you did and what I got you for right now. And I think it's a little bit of that, like, because it ain't all about what these charges are, right? The charges are what they are, because you had to have the man charged, man, with something to be able to whatever, right? But when I say the old and the new, it's stuff we can't even talk about because we don't even know nothing about it, right?
Yeah.
Like we it's stuff that we'll never know, right? I mean, you know, you don't know people. Before you got stories. Everybody got a story. Everybody got a side of a story, right? But I'm just saying, I just remember being a kid, and you know, in that term, you know, it kind of like you get whooped for old and the new, and sometimes because everybody ain't gotta know what that old was.
Are you suggesting that Diddy might be facing what was coming to him over the course of 20 some years of getting away with it?
I'm saying sometimes you get whooped with the old and the new.
I think PJ, what you think? I think you just hit a nail on the coffin. I really did. I think you just summed it up. And using that term, the old and the new from Mandeleon, PJ, you really just I think you just summed it all up. I think the stuff that the record deals, the womanizing, the being larger than life, thinking you can do this with all of the fame and the fortune, taking advantage of some people in regards to the music industry, and his, you know, I mean, how he handled his employees, the way that he talked to people, the TV show. I'm using that TV show that he did because I know Ness. I know Ness.
The band, yeah.
I know Ness personally. You understand what I'm saying? Like, I know this man personally. I used to work with him. So when he was doing the making of the band, we was working at Wendy's. So I know him. I think, PJ, exactly what you're saying. I think because he got away with all that stuff, because he was doing all of the things that he was doing, I think it's caught up to him now. And I think that he is going to be charged with some stuff. But the racketeering charge to give him life and all of that stuff, I can't ever see nobody saying that this man is going to be convicted of racketeering. And he ever be convicted of that, man. This world is the color, and we may not think that it is, but the race in this country, the split, how it's split, you know what I mean? And you brought Democrats and all of that stuff in there. I remember you saying that, and Republicans and all that stuff. If he gets convicted of this, and that man do life in jail, them white boys that own that company that just got away with all of this stuff, man, I don't understand.
Hey, Rob, let me ask you a question, because you keep chiming back to what somebody else did. And I just wanted to just touch that, bring that to the light. I'm under the thing. Listen, man, either you righteous or you ain't. I don't care what color you are.
Mm-hmm.
I don't care what color you are. If either you righteous or you're not.
Yeah, you don't care what color you are, and I get what you're saying, but this world is not like that.
Yeah, no, I understand.
This world is really messed up.
I want to also touch base. Rob, this weekend. Oh, I'm sorry. I apologize. Over the weekend, I apologize, guys. I had his play. I should not be a target down in Georgia, outside of Atlanta. Just wanted to touch base on that. Hey, Rob, and we also have Mandela. He's also was in the play as well. You guys want to touch base on that and just talk about that for a minute?
Yeah, man. I mean, and that's a nice little segue and going into it, because the target is what I think that Puffy is. He's being targeted, and the play is based upon is based.
Hey, Rob, before you get started, let me bring in my man. He's coming hailing from the Midwest, man. Right here. This is hey, I just call him. Listen, I call him Ducey. I don't know what he calls himself, but I call him Ducey. You know what I mean?
Hey, that's cool. Aaron. That's cool.
Hey,
yeah, man.
Yourself, man. Let everybody know who you are.
You know it's Ducey. Yeah, man. So it's CA Ducey, community action Ducey, criminal appeal Ducey. But it's Ducey all the way, you know what I'm saying? Or y'all could just call me CA, whatever y'all prefer, man. It's all
Hey,
good,
Rob, this man, your next play, man.
I know that's right, man. Listen, he can. I got you.
He's also an MC. Spit something for him real quick. Give him a little. Give him a little.
Oh yeah, you gonna put me on the spot like that?
Hey, Rob,
can I curse?
Rob is the director. He gonna put you on the spot.
Can I curse? No. So
Go
look,
ahead.
check this out.
I mean,
Straight from St. Louis streets, organized like Huey P. I honor them and admire the courage of George Brother Jonathan. Ready to die for what I believe in. If I gotta bleed, then let it beat in. Only now it begins. Stand up, show backbone. Buy black, black owned. And the motherland, do brothers and sisters miss us back home? At the rec center, theory of conspiracy hit me directly in the center. Can't be talking reckless in here, FBI be lurking. Rebellion against the structure by society class. They say we radicals, but the practice is gonna unify the mass. I agitated black man create the belief for harm. Pose the threat, put the system in a state of reform. A minority, never respected authority, stick to my core beliefs, and I too have been poor and in need. America, my enemy and friend. You bring me so much joy, but then you destroy me from within. This revolutionary thought calling my name is a struggle. Blood, sweat, and tears, penitentiary years, hers. For your troubles and two united in a community, strictly third party. I see revolution because the movement set itself before me.
Man.
I hear you, bro. I hear you.
Hey, if you watch out there,
America, I hear that.
Oh my goodness!
I'm gonna see the track for that tonight.
Hey, I hear you, my brother.
I got the track for that tonight. I'm saying,
keep them coming. Ducey Hathaway at Gmail.
Yo, you gotta send me his email.
And, a few weeks back, Rob, he was on the Black Men We Love You, where they had Jadakiss performing, and he did his thing on the stage, man. And so we gonna work with his brother. This is Rob. I got my brother Benson on here. We got Da1mandeleon. He's an actor. Da1mandeleon also runs a radio station down in the Atlanta area. Rob is he has plays going on, movies, you name it. So we'll definitely, you guys can link up. But listen, we were talking about today, really the elephant in the room, P. Diddy, and as being a black man, and are they coming after us? You know what I mean? Are they coming after us?
Put me back in there.
Oh yeah, what happened to you? So,
well,
who's that, PJ?
You asking me? You asking me now? Well, I'm gonna say this about Diddy, man. I don't like to really speak on that topic too much like that, but I'm gonna say this about Diddy, man. Of course they coming at him because first of all, he's a black man, and two, he's a successful black man. You know what I'm saying? So, Diddy is, whatever he got going on, we know what we see what appears to us, right? I can't cast no judgment on his character, no aspiration on his character, because I haven't actually met him. I just know what I see. That could be purely entertainment. I don't know. But whatever he did do, I say God is the best of judges because they want him anyway. It's not going to be fair and impartial for him. I don't think that it's ever going to be fair and impartial. And they already beat that money out of him. They bled that money out of him. So let that man go, man. He paid his debt to society if he paid for it, right? Right? That's all I'm saying.
Hey, let me ask y'all something though.
I totally agree with you, Deuce. I totally agree with you.
Let me ask y'all something though, right? And I'm gonna quote this movie, but this is just how stuff be happening for real. And then y'all already know there's close ties with all these people that he cool with. Is he gonna pull the Nino? Is he gonna pull the I ain't going down by myself in the end when they come through with them final charges? He gonna start talking and saying, "Hey man, you need to go talk to this person or that person."
I hadn't thought of that.
I don't think he would.
You know what?
I'm gonna say this real quick, Deuce. I'm gonna say this real quick.
I hadn't thought of that.
Da1mandeleon is so crazy. I was just talking to my boys about that. I was literally just talking to my boys about that. And you know what? This is why I know he's not going to be convicted of this. There's not only black people, successful black people that was spending that stuff with Diddy. There's a lot of successful white people that are being successful with that stuff. So if they allow this right here to go down the way that Black America wanted to go down, because I feel like more black people want Puffy to go down than white people.
The Jaguar.
I feel like more black people.
Fucked up.
I feel like more black people want Puffy to go down than white people. If this goes down the way that black people wanted to go down, white America's in trouble. because it's
Yeah,
going to be a
because he
lot
gonna
of it's going to be a lot of because he's going to talk.
Hey,
look.
Benson,
Right.
what you say earlier, Benson?
Hey,
What you
look,
say earlier about
right.
you said
You think he gonna pull the Frank Lucas, huh?
Oh, he's going to talk.
that? Yo,
He's going to talk.
he said the
I
Frank
can't
Lucas
see.
on
I cannot see Puffy going down and taking all of this stuff. You know what I mean? I can't see him doing that. And yo, for real, I'm gonna tell y'all this too. I wouldn't be surprised if they don't bring charges on Cassie.
I don't know, man. Right now, I just
That
he making
that would,
he making Harlem look bad right now.
PJ,
that would
so
be a different case.
everybody just hold up for 1 second. Let's say PJ. I want to hear this man. I want to hear him because
I don't.
PJ
I
is
keep
not a freak.
No
I
more
keep
violence.
Man, let's leave. Hey, man, y'all gotta leave Puffy alone, man. Y'all gotta get off Puffy. Show some respect to P Diddy, the dealer.
So hold on, Ducey.
Hey, look.
Hold
Hey.
on, Dude. No, dude, hold on. Let's let PJ, y'all, before we, because this is what we talking about. PJ,
Right.
I want PJ, the most innocent black man that's never been a freak in his life. I want to hear what this man say.
Hold on. He ain't saying nothing. He pled the fifth on that. He ain't saying
Exactly.
nothing. He pled the
Come here,
fifth.
Hey,
come here.
man,
I'm being
He pled the fifth.
sarcastic,
Get it
y'all.
correct. He pled the fifth.
So for a second, y'all, let's just let PJ. So let's
Yeah,
not
go ahead.
interrupt PJ, y'all. Let PJ speak.
crazy.
Oh, Cat got your tongue now, huh, PJ?
He froze.
The question was,
He
dude.
froze.
Hey, look, hey, dude. The question was, are you a freak?
Am I a
Are
freak?
all men freaks? We are.
Man, listen. Hey, put the right woman in front of him and see if he become a freak. Because the right woman will make you lick that butt. You stop playing.
Christ.
I'm
Lord
saying
help me.
so. Like, but if you talking about Diddy freaky, like Diddy like what he like, and I don't think we like the same stuff, bro. Like that's different. You know what I'm saying? Like he got a different level of engagement of freakiness. You know what I'm saying?
So
And
PJ,
I'm not experienced in that, and I don't want to become experienced in his level of freak. But
Puffy, I'm a freak, but Puffy shit is something different. But listen, but why are we?
also, you like baby oil? You like baby oil?
I
You
never
like baby oil?
I never used the baby oil. No, listen, I never used the baby oil.
Hey, Rob, you use hazel oil. We probably use that hazel oil.
Huh?
You use that hazel oil.
I can't mess with baby nothing.
I couldn't afford.
Ain't no
I couldn't
baby
afford the
nothing.
baby oil. I couldn't afford the baby oil. I use Crisco.
Oh my God. Hey man.
Hey, you know they
Hey,
used
bro,
baby powder on the
please,
sheets
man.
back in the day. They made with that baby powder on them sheets back in the day.
Look, right? I ain't gonna lie, right? Like when I was younger, I've been around some crazy stuff when I was younger, and this ain't being in the industry. It's just this how people was getting down back in the day, right?
Yeah,
like
pretty much.
I done been around some crazy stuff, right? But don't nobody live like that. Whatever he doing, them parties, that's why they were so special when you had to get dressed up. Cause if you dress up like that, then they know you in for the fun. So that was all consensual. Let him have his fun. Let him have his
Watch this
fun.
though.
Bruh,
Hey, but watch
that's
this
what
though.
Hold on, man. Before you go,
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead.
Deuce, that's
Yeah.
what I'm talking about.
Right.
These niggas knew what was going on.
Right.
Yeah, they knew.
Nigga, for
Right.
you to go into a Diddy listen, I'm gonna tell y'all this. And just wait. I've been to a Diddy party. But I
Oh
ain't been to
shit.
that. I ain't been to no, wait.
Well, gotta go.
Wait, hold up.
Wait, I'm gonna tell you.
Look. You see, he came back right on time.
Look
He came back.
Look at PJ.
His screen cleared and
Look at
everything.
PJ. He's all ears now. Listen, so I've been to a Diddy party. But this one he was with Jennifer Lopez. We went to a party down. This was after the All-Star game that was in New York. We went. It cost me $100 to get in the party. It was a party with everybody. It was no after party. It was just a party where, you know what I mean, everybody was partying.
That was my question. Was you at the after party? That was gonna be the question.
I never went to the after party, but I'm gonna tell you what happened. How I knew that it was something after that. After that, because it was a song. It was like something that they played
And they all know, like,
everybody, listen, it was a song that they played, and everybody that wasn't part of the song, that didn't know what the song, it was like, all right, y'all, everybody got to go. The party is over, whatever. And the party was over like at 2:00. It was over.
Now listen, I can't contest y'all. I can't lie to y'all. When I was in school, I went to Boise State, and I was down in Maryland. I've been to Puffy's parties at Howard University.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Before he got on.
Damn, man, everybody coming out talking about that. I was at a Puffy party too. If you were at a Puff Daddy party, you are entitled to compensation. Looking at
I'm taking notes.
I was at a big
nigga traumatized
in '94. In
hey, that commercial coming out. That commercial coming out.
Hey, look. At that time, he wasn't that freaky though. This is college though.
Yeah, that was college.
Yeah, but
he wasn't the Puffy that you know.
Oh, you talking about Super Cat? You talking about Super Cat Puffy? You talking about Super Cat Puffy, right? Dolly, my baby Puffy.
Dolly, my baby.
Hey, look,
Mary J. The early Mary J.
All right, so PJ. All right, y'all, listen. So PJ is back.
Hey, but look, this is what I was gonna ask. Oh, go ahead, PJ. You have something to say? Go ahead.
I can't resist the fact that while you guys were carrying on about Puffy not being as freaky back then, I looked up the word doozy. I had to look up the word doozy, and I hear it used a lot. I just want to get the definition out there.
Hold on.
Doozy. Hold on.
Not my name.
I'm work. Huh?
Now my name ain't Doozy. If that's what you're trying to say, my name is Ducey with a C.
No. He's saying the word. Dude.
No, he's saying it right. He know what he know.
I know that, but I'm going somewhere.
PJ,
a doozy, D-O-O-Z-I-E, something that is extraordinary, often used in the context of troublesome, ding 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 ding, difficult, ding 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 ding, or problematic, ding 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 ding, but can be used positively as well. Now, Rob, you've been talking positively about this doozy name.
Wow.
I just want to throw that out there.
Oh, man.
Okay. Rob been talking positive about this doozy named Diddy.
Hey, listen, man. I just wanted to say real quick, though, right? While we was talking about the parties and everything, right? But let's be clear, though, right? He just doing it like in his era, right? Because we know that, like, they used to go to the Playboy Mansion and all the Hollywood programs. They be at the Grotto, and you would see everybody, like, this stuff been going on, right?
I wish I could have went.
And not only that, well, that's why they go buy those same old houses out there in Miami, out there with other islands where they already know where they got these underground tunnels and all this stuff where they already got this stuff. Look, they know it. That's why you go buy these properties. You know, they don't already know that somebody put them on and they wanted to carry it on. You see what I'm saying? Like, it's just one of those things. For those who know, they know. Just like you said, Rob, when that song came on, for those who knew, they knew. They knew it was time to go, and they was about to go adventure something that you know, like all those folks that was leaving the club trying to go to the Waffle House wasn't going to experience.
Hey, Rob, did you know? Hey, Rob, did you know the song? Was it you? Did you know the song?
Shit. Listen, look. I'm gonna tell you, PJ. I'm gonna tell you this, man. I was young, man. And, you know what I mean? I was young, and that was my first time in New York, and that was the first time I've been in New York, and that was the first time that I ever saw a V12 Mercedes Benz. And guess whose Mercedes it was? It was Jadakiss. That was the first time that I've ever been to New York. It was, you know what I mean? And, I was selling drugs back then. So I was like, man, listen, shit, we up here, we out. Any party that was going on. We left Puffy party. We went to so many other parties up there, man. We spent so much money up there, but that was the you know what I mean, the All-Star game that weekend, that All-Star weekend or whatever. So it was
at everybody's party.
Yo, but listen, but when that song came on, listen, and I'm not even lying, when that song came on, whatever they did, everybody start exiting, and I'm like, what the fuck is going on? All right, well, we out to the next party. You know what I mean? Like, we out to the next party. Huh?
What was the song?
I forget what it was.
Hey, man,
I forget what it was.
He pleading the fifth. He pleading the fifth.
Hey,
No,
hey,
I'm just saying, like, what do you remember?
I'm
I just
not
mean,
you,
like, what do you
PJ.
remember? I don't mean nothing like that.
I'm not PJ. I'm not you.
Hey, more on a serious note, though, are we under attack, though?
Yeah, we under attack, bro.
As black men.
Yes, man. We're under attack, man. We're under attack, man. Yes, we're under attack, man. Yes, we're under attack. And just like PJ said,
When are we?
I would take it even further that even I just think men in general are under attack, man. Listen, I just went to court. I just went through this divorce, right? The judge didn't even pay me no mind, bro. You know what I mean? Like, and I'm in the state of Delaware where when you marry, even if something is not, the property is not in your name, once you buy it when you're married, it's called community property.
It's the woman's property?
It's community property. It's community property. Yeah.
Yeah, you might not want to get married then.
No, but no, listen. It's called community property. This is what I'm trying to tell you. It's called community property. This woman went and said that I left and this, and I did all this. I ain't get nothing. I had to start all over. I'm in Atlanta by myself. I had to buy new cars. I had to do everything. Left a house that was it's worth $720,000 right now. You know what I mean? And you know what I mean. But what I'm saying to you, you asked, are we under attack? And PJ made it. Yeah, even in the courthouse, we're under attack. You know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? Like, you're found guilty as a man as soon as you know what I mean? Paying child support, paying all of this stuff, man. It doesn't matter what the hell goes on, man. It doesn't even matter. You are going to get the end of the barrel. Period. Period.
I'm just okay.
So, what do we got to do though?
Shit, what do we got to do? The laws have to be changed. Laws have to be changed. You know what I mean? A lot of stuff that we're going by now, the laws that they're still going by that was made hundreds of years ago, 50 years ago, they're still trying to do all of this stuff now. You know what I mean? They're still making it to right now. You know what I mean? Like, and I don't want it to be changed to benefit men. I want it to be changed to be better. Men, woman, child, it doesn't even matter. You know what I mean? Like, what's fair is fair and wrong is wrong. And you know what I mean? Like, it shouldn't be, you know what I mean, just one-sided. It shouldn't be just a one-sided situation at all. It shouldn't be that way, but it is. You know what I mean? It is. I want custody of my children, man. My daughter's 29. I want custody of my children 26 years ago. I had to hire a white one. I had to hire a woman to win the case. Cost me $12,000, but I got it. But I'm just saying, if I was a woman, you know what I mean, I wouldn't have to waste all that money, man. It's just, you know what I mean, it's different. It's just different, man, and it's sad. It's sad. It's sad. But guess what? You know what I mean? I guarantee you that
excuse me, y'all.
Trump is gonna get Puffy out of jail no matter what.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too.
So it don't even matter.
What y'all think about that?
Yeah, he be like, man, just chill out, man. Look, he been pardoning a whole bunch of folks.
Yeah.
Well, he just pardoned Larry Hoover, right?
Shit, tell him to pardon me.
Right.
No, for real though.
Hey, tell him about tell him about. Listen, I got my expungement 10. It's going on 15 years ago. 15 years now.
Praise God for that, boy.
You got your record expunged.
It cost me about 900, like Rob said, like about 900 there.
What were you doing?
Hey, make sure you get me your lawyer's number.
Hey, PJ, I still want to hear from that man, PJ, bro.
I want to make sure that the host of this show wasn't carrying underage kids across the border, and that's how he.
I was carrying underage weapons.
What?
Jesus.
Oh.
I got 200 clips going to New York, New York.
But that's another time, another place.
I'm so glad you saved now, bro, because I wouldn't be on this show. I wouldn't want any association.
Hey, PJ, you come off to the audience right now as somebody had sent me a message. They said, why is PJ so against Puffy? So listen, before I'm gonna read exactly what they said. I'm gonna read this. Don't interrupt me real quick. Just don't interrupt me, PJ. Hold on. Hey, Rob, you and Vince are doing a good job, man. Tell Vince I said what's going on. Ask PJ why is he having such a vendetta against Puffy? Was something done to him as a child? Did Puffy steal something to take one of his girls? I think the society has had us brainwashed from day one. We look at black men as the enemy, and we're going along. It's going right along with the script of what they had already set out for us. PJ hasn't made any sense. He hasn't said anything at all for me to believe that Puffy, just like they are in behind the stage, not convicting this man. PJ has already convicted this man of doing what? Puffy, he said Puffy didn't say, or they didn't say he had threatened a gun. They said bribery by money. There's so many people in America that's using bribery by money. Are they on trial? Are they on trial for the rest of their life? Give this man a break. PJ needs to tell and be upfront and honest on what he has and what do he think that Puffy's been convicted of. He keep on saying ding, but what does that ding mean? Just because people are alluding to what he's done, that's like somebody's coming back and saying that, PJ, you used to date underage girls and they can see you with somebody walking in the street and they can just admit it could be your daughter. I don't agree with anything that was the dinging about. Please explain.
You know, what's interesting is a lot of people who put themselves in the position of thinking that they're putting themselves in the, let's say, the accused shoes, and they're empathizing with them and feeling sorry for them and let them go, they are intentionally ignoring the damage that they've done, not only to the music industry, but to society at large, not to mention the damage done to those who were legitimate victims of 22 years of extortion and abuse and bribery and other criminal charges under the RICO law that person is ignoring. He's ignoring the damage done to individuals, to their income profile, to their peace of mind. Imagine this: people being given, without their knowledge, serious psychotropic drugs where they are literally out of their mind. They don't know what's going on, and they are being literally bodily abused sexually, and they wake up having no idea what's been going on. That's some crazy stuff. And to give him a pass on things, and that's just the tip of the iceberg. And again, we're talking about 20 some years of abuses. Come on.
All right, so we'll stop. Okay, so hold up real quick.
So what do you feel about Bill Cosby? Let me ask you a question.
Hold on, Vince. So you said that these people woke up not knowing anything that was going on.
Some.
So you think that these people that's been to these parties didn't know that they was about to have sex? Is that what you're telling me?
You changing this? Hold on a second. I said a number of individuals were given extremely strong psychotropic drugs where they were blown out of their mind. They had no idea that they were giving them.
How do you?
I'm just letting you know. Abusing someone else's freedom of movement and having them in bondage under drugs so that you can do what you want with their body is a serious unlawful offense. And from what I understand, that happened an innumerable number of times.
Listen, I'm gonna tell you this, brother. I'm gonna tell you this, man.
That's what they got Bill on.
Well, you know, Bill said, listen, at that time.
I mean, I'm saying that's what they got him on. I ain't saying I agree with nothing. I'm just saying.
Hey, can I interrupt, bro? Can I interrupt? Can I interject something, please? I've been listening. I really want to interject this, brother. Like, we do not have the police reports and stuff like that, and we're not prosecutors or lawyers. We should not give credence to the accusations that's made against this man. We should give no no credence to it at all, brother. Like that's how I feel, bro. He innocent until proven guilty, man. We don't know the ins and outs. We know that he got some stuff going on, but we don't know the ins and outs of what they even accusing. We don't have the documents, or if so, we should go on them. Now, this is something that I feel strongly about, man. We have to stop criminalizing people, man. Like whatever his actions, they will be proven or not proven, but we can't say that he did this and he did this, and because it's numerous accounts. I've been lied on before. I was lied on for multiple crimes, and I served time behind that. You understand what I'm saying? So,
Deuce, Deuce,
yeah.
This is what I'm about. Listen, I'm gonna tell you this, man. I'm gonna tell you this, PJ, because yes, I'm an author, I'm a writer, I'm a school teacher. I work in mental health hospital. I've done a lot of stuff in the community, right?
Right.
In 2004, I was shot, right? I was shot 4 times, right? All in my stomach, right? Shot. I was on parole. I called my parole officer. I said, listen, I'm about to move to Delaware. I'm getting out of out of Philly because I was shot. The only thing that lady heard was I was shot. She put out a warrant against me. I had a fugitive warrant because I left Philly and I went to Delaware, which is only 30 minutes. She gave me a fugitive warrant, right? So this guy that I was cool with, he came in my living room. Now, mind you, I didn't know she put the fugitive warrant out immediately. I didn't know that. But I didn't know. I told her I wanted to transfer my probation and all that stuff down into Delaware. A friend of mine came to my house, was in my living room. Somebody who I considered a friend came in my house. I was working with the kids. I started a youth organization in Delaware. When I moved from Philly, I started a whole youth organization. Vince, tell them. I helped thousands and thousands. You got NBA players that's in the NBA and in the NFL that played basketball for me. I did all of that. I did all of the kids, everybody that's in the NFL that came from Delaware, they played basketball for me. Every last one of them that's in the NFL to this day, in the NBA right now, they all play basketball for me, right? Changed my life. I started helping kids. I created a traveling basketball team. Now, mind you, this guy was in my house. Somebody who I did hustling with, right? He was facing charges, right? He left my house. I left and we went to basketball practice. He called the police. I don't know exactly how it went down. I don't even know whatever. I was at basketball practice. I'm leaving practice. They had pulled me over. License registration. Mind you, I had 6 kids. We coming from basketball practice. We getting ready to go on a basketball tournament. It was a Friday. We getting ready to go on a basketball tournament. I let the kids out. They let the kids get out the car. They took me out. I had a fugitive warrant, right? They took me to jail, right? So let's fast forward. They took me to jail on the fugitive warrant. I had to go to court, right? They held me in Gander Hill for 3 months. I had to go to Doylestown. That's where my case and all that stuff was at. Make a long story
Pennsylvania.
short, yes. The guy that was in my living room that I just told you that was a friend of mine, he was in the courthouse dressed up, had a hat on and a wig on. Pointed me out and told the judge that I was somebody that killed somebody. He wanted to lessen his time, bro. He wanted to lessen that I had to fight a murder, bro, that I had no idea what this man was talking to. But because he was one of their star witnesses and he's something about that, they tried to get me. He lied. Had I not had proof or whatever and had the money to go and fight this man, I would have been in jail and I wouldn't have been able to do all of the things that I did. So what I'm telling you is, every people to say that story, brother, what I'm saying to you is, we can't believe everything that everybody says, because guess what? Even some of those people that they say Puffy did all of this stuff too and all of that. I'm gonna take for instance Jaguar Wright. Jaguar have been saying a lot of stuff for years and years and years. Years. Man, listen, I know Jaguar. Jaguar from Philly, man. I know her. You know what I mean? Like Jaguar, but when she was, I know her. You know what I mean? Some of the stuff that she's saying is true. But a lot of stuff she's saying, because she has that platform and people's going to listen, they just believe that. These people now, PJ, and I'm saying this to you, because they said Puffy did this, because they said this. When they was living that life and they was traveling with Puffy and they was in there and Bad Boy answering the phone and they used to hang out with their girlfriends. Girl, I work for Bad Boy and I'm doing all of this stuff. Once those bills and stuff stopped, once Puffy stopped doing all this and paying these people, that's when these allegations and all of that stuff started coming up. Because when they was doing the right thing, when Puffy was doing the right stuff and paying all of this stuff, none of the stuff was coming out, bro. So this is what I'm saying to you. Yes, Puffy did this. Yes, I'm quite sure that he done a lot of stuff, man. I'm quite sure. But for us to sit up here and say, listen, this man has did this, he has did this, and he has done this, we don't know. There's the things that people have done accused this man of doing that's been dropped. The cases is thrown out because it's been bogus. So that's my only thing. That's my only thing. That's
Let me ask you a question. Hey, Benson, have you done anything in your past that you regret?
Hell no.
Yes. I'm acting like I had to think about it.
I mean,
I was playing when I was pretending I had to think about it. Of course I have. But listen.
Wait. The reason why I'm asking you this question is because it kind of gives off the sense that everybody, almost like you're perfect, but we all got to pass. So sometimes
who's on trial, Diddy or me? I just want to clear this up.
Let's just we want to be fair.
Hey, I think all black men is on trial all the time. We always on trial, brother. You on trial.
Look, by the way, I hear you on the issue because before you got on, we did establish that, as particularly in America, men, period, are targeted.
Oh yeah, no doubt.
Beyond that, I just want to say the comments that I made about Diddy's situation, I'm saying them in the context of those alleged offenses. And so the ding, 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 ding was in relation to alleged offenses. I understand that he's judicially innocent until proven guilty, but just because a person is judicially innocent before proven guilty doesn't make them morally innocent. I just want to make that point.
Now here's the thing. I don't agree with a lot of things.
You're supposed to pause after I made that powerful point.
I don't agree with. I don't agree with.
And he leaned back.
I don't agree with things that people.
That was a profound point. It was a doozy.
But I'm also I forgive people. So even if you murder somebody, even if you did this, you did that, I gotta forgive you.
Let me say that again, though. Even though you forgive, he's still gonna have to meet the ultimate judge.
Yeah, I mean, and that's no, but I'm saying our place over here, we gotta forgive. Even if you feel it's unmoral.
Okay, I want to take what you just said, and I'm gonna roll with you for a second. In other words, I'm going to agree with you.
No, we can't.
I'm going to agree with you to a degree, and here's the extent to which I'll agree with you. Watch this.
That statement will not be debated. If you don't forgive somebody,
I just said I'm going to roll with you. I'm going to agree with you. I'm agreeing with you on that point.
We school teachers. When you say when you say but, everything that you said before that means nothing.
Hey, that's not true. Let me tell you the context in which I used.
Hold up, son. I was teaching.
You called me a son. I'm old enough to be your big brother.
26 years I've been teaching. Hey, hold up. 26 years. Yes, you are. But I've been teaching for 26 years. And anything you say but, you go and you look in the definition, brother.
Yeah.
If you say
I'm about to tell you.
Okay.
The word but in the context in which I use it means.
Okay.
There is a shade of difference that I like to point out. I agree with you,
but
yet That's another conjunction.
Yeah,
School
yeah,
teacher. School
yeah.
teacher.
You right. Listen, I know what it is. Go
Watch
ahead.
this. Watch this. Watch this.
Man, get to the
Watch this.
point.
Watch this. I agree with you. However, or as
However,
they say down south, however, he still is going to answer for unrepentant
Yeah, but
offenses
here's the thing.
before God.
Here's the thing, though. That ain't your job.
I didn't say it was my job. I'm just saying, just because we forgive somebody
It's still,
doesn't wipe the slate clean for them in terms of their accountability for their wrongdoing. They need to come correct too.
I know.
You can forgive them, and you
Let me help
should,
you out.
but
Let me
they
help you
still
out.
have to come correct.
But let me help you
Old
out
and new.
scripturally. Let me help you out scripturally.
Vince,
Hold on
I
a second.
can't. Vince,
Hold
I
on a
can't
second.
hear you, Vince.
Hold on a second. Hold on. Let me help you out scripturally. You're still being judgmental.
Let me show you something. There is such a thing.
Judgmental.
There's such a thing as just judgment, no pun intended, no pun intended. And there's such a thing as cruel judgment. And what I just offered you is wise counsel.
Okay,
Listen to an older man.
Let's do this right here. Let's agree not to listen. We're gonna agree that forgive and forgive.
Oh, you said forget. You adding something else to the scripture. The scripture don't tell us to forget.
Well, it tells you. It tells us. It tells you. It tells you to forgive. The
You like
forget
that
part
word.
comes from God. It don't come from you. You just a man.
Hey, by the way, while y'all beating up on PG tonight,
Well,
I just want to say
I'm not
this.
beating up on you. You beat up on yourself.
Hey, PJ, listen. This is
You
what
said
I like.
I didn't say anything. You
Hey,
said
Vince, listen. This is one thing that I like. That's what I love about PG. Right.
accountability, though.
You're going to have your opinion, and I love it. I love the fact that you have your opinion, and you are older, and you've been through a lot more stuff that we've been through, right? But you also have to understand where we are coming from as well. I don't think that you're seeing it both sides. Go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
You go ahead.
I don't think that you're seeing it from both sides. And when Vince says that we have to forgive people for the mistakes that things that happen, right? Right. I'm sure I know Puffy is a God fearing child. I know for a fact he believes. Because of the things that he's also done. We need to talk about some of the things, the positive stuff that he's done in Harlem, in Brooklyn, the things that man has done, people he has taken care of. We'll never hear all of that stuff. We'll never hear that stuff, right? Because it's always the victim. Because you know a reason why? Because bad news sells more than good news. This man, he's a billionaire. How many millions you think that he's put in his community? How many people how many lives you think that this man? Think about all the artists that he's done help. How many of those lives that he done changed and make them to millionaires, right? So it's you have to, and when you're a powerful mogul as you have to take the good with the bad, and that's what he's doing right now. He had his highs, and now he's at his lows, right? We, you right here, and this here, you, old man, that can be my big brother, right? If somebody came back and they said, you know what, I want to press charges against you, some of the stuff that you did to me, right? Because you've ruined my life too. Some of the decisions that you've made that you hurt people, right? Would you be more willing to say, now I want to be accountable for that, and I want to go to jail, or I want to accept my faults and be open-minded as you are against Diddy? Because you already done sit here and said that, oh, we not talking about the things that he did and the lives that he done affected. No, I said to you, and I said when we first came on, and Vince will tell you, if that man did something and against a child, I love children, my brother. If he did something against a child, then I don't agree with anything that he's done. Nothing.
Apparently you haven't been following.
I haven't. This is what I'm saying to you is if it's my ignorance to this conversation, if he's done something against a child, I will not agree in anything that I've said. I don't care. Listen. I'm not doing anything. That's any man. I don't care who it is. P. Diddy, you, Ducey, Mandeleon. If y'all done anything against a child, I don't agree with any of that. But for an adult, for us to say that this man had that much power, for an adult to call people and to say, listen, yo, hey, DeLeon, hey, yo, bro, you know it's about to go down. I got a plane ticket for you at the airport. Go get that ticket. You know what I mean? You already know it's going down. For
Yeah.
you to step foot on that plane,
You
Go
be
get
like,
that
all
Halo.
right, yeah, all
for
right.
you to
Hey,
step
hey
foot on
man,
that
get
plane,
that Halo, man.
They be
for
like,
you to step foot on that plane, and I say, Deuce, hey Deuce, this one for you, yo, Deuce, go get that plane, Deuce, hey.
Hold up. I want to say something. Let me interject something, right?
Go ahead.
I know now because I'm new to the party. I just showed up to the party, right? I got there when everybody leaving, everybody going home, right? But check this out. It's the such thing as entrapment, and the industry does this to us. They do this to us specifically when they know our power, when they know our reach, when they know what type of men we are. They put us in situations where they allow things to happen, and they know it's wrong, but they do it and they end on it anyway, and they gonna get out of it because they set it up anyway. But it's like they will engage or set a stage for them to have something on you. But what they do is they study your sickness. They study your sickness. They study your pet peeve, what you like or what you into, and then they just feed it. And then they say, oh, we got this secret on you now. So whenever you F up down the line and you say something about starting something black or for this, that, or the marginalized group, now we finna get you, Negro. You just messed up. You didn't know we had you because you were so far gone in your sickness, and we was watching you this whole time, and we only struck because we knew you was at your weakest point when we knew you would give in. So,
hey, Deuce, how old are you?
I'm ageless, brother.
Yeah, listen, man.
Take what Ducey,
and I'm only saying this, man, because
take what 36-year-old Ducey just said.
Deuce,
What he just take what he just said.
39, man. He's 39.
Take what he just said and apply it to the fact, to the alleged.
No, you already done accused him already. He's already guilty.
Excuse me.
Right.
I want to take what he said, which was truthful, apply it to what has been said to be a requirement to go into these freak offs.
Okay.
You had to turn in your cell phone.
Yep.
Oh.
But at the same time, the enterprise, that is Diddy and company, reportedly had video cameras running all over the place. You talk about entrapment.
That's
You talk about watch this. Put that in the context of underage girls being present. Put that allegedly. Put that in the context of serious amount of drugs being present, and people being so high out of their mind they don't know what they're doing, and they are being watched by a number of individuals engaging in behavior that they don't even know that they are engaged in. I'm just saying this entrapment thing is so huge that it's used to empower the person who's running that enterprise. And I'm telling you, this is some RICO violation stuff.
Hey,
So
well,
let me ask you a
PJ,
question, man.
PJ, real quick, that kind of go back to what Rob was saying earlier, though, about like who some of those people were. We ain't just talking about politicians, right? We ain't just talking about, we like who used to like to go there often too, like Prince Harry and all these folks. We ain't just talking.
I'll be right back.
I mean, we ain't just talking about average people.
You're right.
There's a lot of names, a lot of people that was.
You're right.
That they got whatever coverage footage or whatever, like you said, they was compromised for whatever reason.
Absolutely.
Or
absolutely.
It might not even been nothing that he did. Some people just can't handle their liquor. Something compromised. Some people it didn't have to be nothing that he handed them. He ain't dealing with everybody at the party. You know what I mean?
Question, man.
But the whole point is, like I said, some people you somewhere, you're doing something, or you extra exciting. You seeing stuff you ain't never seen, and you all this and that, and then you open the stuff, and then next thing you know, you wake up the next morning and you didn't know what you was open to.
Exactly. We don't even know what Rob was just drinking.
That could have been on you, and that could have been on, just look. It's just like
Exactly.
back in the day. It's just like back in the day, right? You know, you remember back in the day you meet a chick and they'd be like, you know, I came with my girls. I'm leaving with my girls. We came together. You know, they had that. I mean, and you know, if you was on your game, you know, and it was right. You know, you'll leave with her. You know, you would get one of her girls, your homeboy, get a wingman. Something got to work out. We ain't just doing that. But that was a story they always used to say though. You know what I'm saying? Like we came together. We leaving together. BS, right? But we all know too. We all know too when it be that brand, it be a celebrity, and it be a name, and it be somebody you trying to get close to. All that stuff changed too.
Brother, listen, I can't wait till this movie that I wrote about my life come out. Y'all gonna see
Rob.
it.
Hey, Rob, speak about what you got coming up. And anyway, man, listen, because we run out of time. Speak about what you got coming up too as well. And what's going on with you.
Hey, man,
and let us know how to link to you.
Yeah, shout out to HBCU Original, man. Listen, Vince has been, that boy been down with me since day one, for real. I mean, I think if he didn't create my first flyer, I think he created damn near my first flyer. But we've been going at this man for about 15 years now, man. Like at least 12, 15 years, man. And so shout out to HBCU. They always help sponsor everything that I'm doing. But yeah, man, I got this movie that's coming out, man. We're about to start filming next month at the end of July. Are You Marriage Material and I Should Not Be a Target. I turned both of them into a stage play, and now it's going to be a movie. But my next stage play, I'm about to put out. I'm about to actually have Vince make a flyer for the casting. I'm about to start casting for my next stage play. It's called Choices, and Choices will be coming out within the next couple months, man. And it's about choices. You know what I mean? And to touch back on this subject, you know what I mean? Diddy had choices to make, and with all the power and the struggles and stuff like that, he made some of the wrong choices. And you know what? God is he has to answer to God. You know what I mean? And we all do. So I don't feel as though we need to judge. And I'm strong at it. I'm compassionate about when I'm defending us black men. I don't agree with anything that man did legal. I don't agree with anything he did illegal, man. I don't want nobody to sit up here and say that, oh, Rob is defending us because he did. No, I said, and I'm going to always say, if that man has ever done anything to a child or something like that, I don't agree with anything. And I say throw him under the jail. Period. That's period. But if for somebody of age and you making the decision and it benefits your life at the time that it benefits your life, and now all of a sudden that you know what I mean, you want to capitalize on on money and finances and all that stuff. Now all of a sudden you want to tell your story 20 and 30 years later, or whatever the case may be, and you want to capitalize on that. I don't agree with that.
Yeah.
I don't
Yeah, I don't
agree with that at all. I don't
agree
agree
with
with
that.
that. I don't
Because
agree.
it's almost like they got in it to do that.
Yes, bro. Listen, I'm gonna say, hold on. My
Shut up.
last thing, and I ain't gonna say no more, nothing else. I also don't agree with the fact that how R. Kelly has been locked up and all doing all of this stuff, right? Yeah, R. Kelly did some stuff he did, right? But what about the people that did it, that brought the girls to R. Kelly? What about the parents that agreed to allow their children to go with R. Kelly?
Yeah,
Why
I
are
know.
they not being prosecuted? Why is
Yeah,
R. Kelly the only one that's locked up? Yeah, he did with the stuff that he did. I don't agree with anything that R. Kelly did. R. Kelly will always,
and then look at all the.
he will always go down as he's my favorite singer in the world ever. I
But
don't
guess
ever
what?
think nobody. But
Hey, Rob, you
what?
know, look at all the damage that this done to. So it's not just R. Kelly; it's the young ladies as well.
Mhm.
And going forward, and they're going to traumatize somebody. They're going to traumatize their own kids.
Yeah.
They're going to, it's going to keep moving.
They're going to traumatize their husbands.
Yeah.
Yo, Rob.
Hey, but listen, man. Listen.
I'm traumatized. I'm traumatized right now.
Hey,
I'll just say
look,
that R.
real
Kelly.
quick though, guys. What you got going on, man? Let everybody know what you got going on because we got to run out of time.
Well, what I had going on, I had the honor of actually being in Rob's latest play, I Should Not Be a Target, which was dope. And I really enjoyed doing that, man. But yeah, man, I'm actually I'm in this contest right now, me and my wife, for like the like America's favorite couple. It's actually like, it's
yeah.
I seen the link, man. Go on and vote.
You gotta go and vote for him. I already done vote for him.
I'm voting for the
Yeah,
white.
you can vote. You can vote. You can vote for free.
I'm voting for anybody.
Hey, Vince, give them my email address.
Hey, listen, anybody that's later than you, I'm voting for it, man.
Hey man,
no, for real, y'all. It's like, and it's like for it's a prize, and it's like an article in Vanity magazine and all this.
Vanity? You said Vanity?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
So it's a thing. Like if you ever see like the ad, it'd be like Jeff Goldblum and his wife or somebody holding a little thing, like, you know what I mean. So yeah, I mean, that's
man. Listen, you got me, Rob. I don't think you got Ducey or Benson's Cash App. Just send a couple dollars, man. We take care of you, man.
Hey. Look. And the final days, when it get close, we might be out.
What you got going on?
I got that grand prize. I'm trying to tell you.
You say, man, tell everybody what you got going on. What's coming up with you, man? Let everybody know how they can reach you.
Hey.
Cassie, he's talking to you.
Who we saying?
You talking to Cassie?
who the hell is Cassie?
Yeah, that's not Cassidy, man.
I'm sorry, Ducey.
Oh my God! Everybody,
What, nigga? Excuse me, bro.
You just got dragged down the hall.
Hey, yo, man.
Just got dragged down the
Now the way I do. Hey, look, I love Cassie, by the way. But anyway,
hey, go ahead, man. What you got going on? Hey, and before you rock out, man, I want you to say something for the audience, man, for these young people coming up, man, who are watching, listening. I'm gonna give him something to aspire to do. And this man, listen, Benson, you haven't heard him, but incredible artist, man. He's MC. He does work with the youth, man. Got a program for the community, similar to like what Rob does, but he does the music stuff as well. So
He was on the video that you sent me, right?
Yeah.
I saw him. He's a doozy.
Okay.
Hey man, you gonna make me get a T-shirt?
Hey, Benson, you got something going? You gotta get a T-shirt, man.
Doozy's a doozy.
Yeah.
Okay. I appreciate that. I hope that's good. I hope you mean good.
Yeah.
Okay, so man, like I'm doing a lot right now, man. I don't know if I can talk about everything, but I'm currently working as a TV director. You know what I'm saying? Over, in my city or whatnot. I'm in St. Louis. I got some stuff going on in Philly. I'm working with the Elevation Project 215. We got some partnerships going on. We got some stuff coming up. I can't really put too much on that because I ain't got no dates, so I can't really give y'all the exact. But my album is dropping. It's dropping this week. I don't know the exact date, but I got to get everything submitted. You know what I'm saying? A full-length album, so y'all ain't gotta find everything. It's gonna be on one take. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But let's see what else. What else do I got going on, man? There's so much stuff, man. I was
give a Rob, man. Maybe one of your songs in his movie or something. You know what I mean? Get it. You know what I mean? Get it to one of his. And also, Mandela, he can talk to you because he runs a radio station, a radio show.
You guys, I want everybody to follow me at CA_Ducey, DUCEY, CA_DUCEY on Instagram, or you can follow me and be my friend on Facebook as CA Ducey.
Be my friend.
I also got my email is Ducey Hathaway. All my music is under Ducey Hathaway, by the way, because it's Criminal Appeal Records, CA Ducey. You know what I'm saying? Community Action Ducey. I'm a certified peer specialist in the state of Missouri, like I said, with credentials and all of that. I have to get back on that, get back on the track. What we're trying to do right now is start visiting these schools and start speaking to these youth about not going down the road of the follower, because we are making leaders in our HBCUs. We are making leaders out of our men. We are making leaders out of our women. I don't want to just say it's for the men, it's for the women too, because a lot of our women are the leaders. They're the leaders in the household, and they have been for the last how many years now? So, but we are empowering our people and giving them their powers back by letting them know that the power exists within, to let them know that they can fight all the villains that come in their story trying to villainize. You know what I mean? And I'm talking about not those just people, but those feelings of loneliness, of feeling undervalued and all that, to let them know that it's inside of them. The power lies inside of you. I say it all the time. I don't mean to get religious here, but God is my superpower, and that's why I'm a hero.
Oh yeah, no doubt.
Hey, yo, so Ducey, before you go, man, before you go, what you just did and what you just said, man, listen, so I had a magazine. My magazine was premiered last on Sunday night at my show. My magazine is called New Young Minds, and Vince made the cover. And I got a tough young man. I mean, really smart, talented young man. His name is Sincere Brown. He's going to be probably. I look at him at that's Denzel Washington, man. When I mean he's so talented, when I mean he's so talented, so he's on the cover of the magazine. New Young Minds is called. And I named it New Young Minds because I want the youth to have a new way of thinking, something different to look forward to. I want to do a column, a page in there and dedicate it to you, Ducey. So I want to highlight one of the kids, and we can write an article on it. And like I said, Vince is the one that's going to be doing all this stuff and setting it up. If y'all don't know this man, Vince, he's created. Vince, put the link in there so they can see all of the stuff that he done create. Like, he's created my playbills, my sponsorship packages, everything that I've done that ever came from Robert J. Moore. He's done it. He's done anything that he's done. He's done it. The only thing that he didn't do is my website. He does websites too. So, So I wanna put a ad, and also PJ, listen, let's talk, yo. Let's talk. I want to make this magazine like y'all. Listen, I got so many ideas, and I can't do it by myself, and I need to build a team. I want this magazine to really touch a lot of people in St. Louis and wherever everybody is. New young minds. Let's give them a new way of thinking, something different where they can open it up, because the only thing that they got now is just the news. And also because they don't want to read, let's give them something that they can read that will enlighten them to be better. Let's highlight these kids that have these new clothing companies, the ones that's coming up and doing rap and all of that stuff, and making them be entrepreneurs and looking forward to something like that. So my magazine, when you just said that, I wanted to say something about the magazine. So New Young Minds is the name of the magazine. And I just wanted to, I wanted to seriously, Juice. I really want to, let's talk and let's collaborate. Let's do something together with this, man. Because I'm in the community.
Before you, so don't actually leave the stage when we exit out. But listen, Benson, you got anything you want to say real quick?
I just want to say I want to give my props to everyone present, all of you guys.
And also, if you don't know, Benson is a
filmmaker.
Yeah, filmmaker as well. Also, camera. Listen.
Oh, so Vince, we about to work.
When it comes to video, and this man knows his stuff.
Oh man, we about to work, man.
He knows his stuff. He knows his stuff.
But I mean, we about to work seriously, man. Like,
hey, Benson, I didn't ask you to go get no camera, man. I got a great run. Hey, listen.
Hey, yo, listen.
Shout out to
he went got the rig and everything. He got the
no, Rob, he does like serious production. Yeah.
Yo.
Okay,
that's how you let him know I ain't playing.
So, hey, listen. Hey, 1 second, real quick. I want to give a shout out to our sponsor.
Today's show is sponsored by Swift Pro for all your marketing needs. Want to be a sponsor? It's simple. Just email us for more info. Now back to the show.
Yeah. So, hey, listen, Robert. Everybody don't exit before we leave out. But listen, we appreciate everybody coming on today. Listen, we have 4 amazing guests. Their information will be in the description. On YouTube. Also, you can find, like you said, the information for each person. They'll have their description, also their Instagram and Facebook contact as well. Hey, listen, man, we appreciate everybody coming on today. This is HBCU Original. Peace.
Peace out.